Either it is financially, spiritually. So person always feels good when he reaches at some level, any height of the life. So, and sometimes what happens, reaching the heights of the life, distant people from other people. And they become quickly judgmental. An example, if we decide to reduce our sugar take in the month of Ramadan, after 8 days and 10 days, we will start looking others around us sometime and become judgmental how much sugar they are taking and how much I am taking. And sometimes you become preachy. Caring is fine. Preachy is not good. Sometimes, the nature becomes so unsecure that even someone is reading tasbih loudly next to you, you become distracted and you become, and you say I'm trying to focus and your tasbih is irritating me. Or sometimes I'm doing hijab, so you become a preachy. So these things, most of the time, these attitude happens when you have lack of forbearance, lack of patience. And in severe cases, it happens out of arrogance and pride, which is very dangerous. Khatib Baghdadi rahimahullah, he records an incident of a great tabi'i who have laid his eyes on Anas ibn Malik, and he was very intelligent and ahead to many other scholars of his time. Imam A'zam, Nu'man ibn Sabit, Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. So one of his neighbor was his kafi, cobbler, shoemaker. Ya'malu naharahu, and he used to work during the day, and when he comes back home during the night, he eats and drinks and intoxicates. And while being intoxicated, he used to read ash'ar poetry and ada'uni ay fata ada'uni, and he used to read so loudly that Imam Abu Hanifa was not able to concentrate in his prayers, and if he wants to sleep, he can't sleep. But few days passed by, Imam Abu Hanifa didn't heard his voice, didn't heard him drinking. So he found out from the people what happened to him. The people said to him, the police came and they found him intoxicated, so they arrested him. So he's in jail in the last few days. Next day, Imam Abu Hanifa, after Fajr Salah, he went to the Amir. The Amir was Isa bin Musa. As soon as he seen Imam Abu Hanifa is arriving, he became so happy. He welcomed him, and then he sat with Imam Abu Hanifa, had a breakfast with Imam Abu Hanifa, and then he said to Imam Abu Hanifa, how can I help you? So Imam Abu Hanifa, he said, one of my neighbor, he's in jail. He's a good lad. He's a good man. He has a lot of potential, but some bad habits. But if you free him, I hope he will become good. As soon as Imam Abu Hanifa gave the sifarish shafa'ah, the Amir said that you can take him with you. So Imam Abu Hanifa was taking him back home, and this young man was walking behind him, and he was shy. And then Imam Abu Hanifa said, you used to read the poetry that the time has wasted me. I had so much potential, but no one had cared about me. So here you go. There is someone who cares about you. So he said, Bal hafista wa ra'aita, you have protected me and you have taken care of me. Jazakallahu khaira an hurmatil jiwar, and may Allah reward you for looking after the Parosi, the neighbor. And later on, Summa Taba, he did Tawbah, repented, and he started coming in the majlis of Imam Abu Hanifa. And slowly, he became the jurist of the time. So this was Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah, taking out the people from the darkness with forbearance, with patience, inspiring them at the right moment, advising them at the right moment, when the advice will be taken care of, not brushing off his head. सोने नहीं देता है, या जिंदगी हराम की हुई है, not taking off his frustration on him, just waiting for the moment. And that is why Imam Hanifa became such a great person. Millions of people follow him. Millions of people follow him. And in his time, he had many opponents. Many opponents. People used to had an extreme jealous with him. Even his own the scholars, the true scholars, they had objection with his approach. And sometimes they used to go very far. It happens in reality. If you know one masla, and if you don't, tomorrow I will cover next time I'll cover another story. If you know one masla and someone is doing it another way, and you think your way is the only right way and the other way is the wrong way, and you become stubborn. Like yesterday, one young man who read the Taraweeh witr here, he was Arab, he was first time he encountered three witr of Hanafi. Yeah, and many of you haven't seen the Shafi'i witr. If someone needs a Shafi'i witr, many of you will think, oh, what was this? Because you haven't seen it. So some scholars of his time, they were very picky on him. And sometimes the people used to swear at him so bad, they used to come and knock the door and say to him, in this disrespectful manner, can I marry your mother? Can I marry your mother? Imam Hanifa, without losing any temper, he says, let me go and ask my mom. She is adult. She can make her own decisions. I will go and ask her, and I'll come back and tell you. Comes back and he tells that my mom is old, and she's not really interested in getting into the contract of marriage. So sorry. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. So this is how Imam Abu Hanifa used to turn the negative situations into positive situations, and negativity into positivity, from the darkness of the sins to the brightness of ilm and knowledge. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the forbearance, patience, considerations of others. Many times, mashallah, after 8 rakats is so much noise here. So much noise here. I don't want to rant. अच्छा नहीं लगता है, बुरा लगता है आपको कुछ कहना, बस लोग को कुछ कहना, especially for adults and elders. I feel bad to say. But we should have a consideration. And if we have a consideration, the younger generation will have a consideration. And we should tell them, quiet, whisper it. In masjid, you should not talk it. In corridor, whisper it. Everyone is passing by and telling them gently and politely, whisper it, whisper it, whisper it. Don't talk loudly. Create the consideration of others. That will be the moment we will be complete believer. When we have consideration of others. The akhlaq is completely what? The consideration of others. The Prophet ﷺ says, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. I have been sent to express the perfect attitude to the entire mankind. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq.